I've made this video about 5 times now and I keep making mistakes and forgetting to put in the joke about my wife nagging me. Right, this is going to be quite a long video. There's a couple of things that one thing I want to go through first of all, and that's trying not to duplicate your code. Let's try and make our code as efficient as possible. I want you to consider, we're on the green brick, and the first command says set score to 0. And this, on the yellow brick, the first command says set score to 0. And on the orange brick, set score to 0. And on the red brick, set score to 0. And I'm thinking, whoa, hold on a minute. Why do I need the green brick, the yellow brick, the orange brick, and the red brick all telling me to set the score to 0? It's like being at home with my wife, nagging away. Oh no, David, do this, David, do that. Set the score to 0. Set 4 things on the kids nag. Oh, gosh. Joke, my wife's lovely, but she does nag. Oh, honestly, all the time. The whole thing is this. I don't want 4 things telling me to set the score to 0. That bit of code is kind of, well, it's necessary, but not 4 times. So what I'm going to do is get rid of it from the green brick. I'm going to go to the yellow brick, and I'm going to get rid of it from there. And then I'm going to go to the orange brick, and I'm going to get rid of it from there. And then you're probably thinking, well, only 1 brick's doing it, that's fine, only the red brick's telling you. Yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of it from there. And now you're thinking, quite rightly, see the score is 4, press the game, first brick score is now 5. Because there is no instruction in this game now to set the score to 0 when the game starts. Now, what we want to do is the following. We can actually put code on the stage. And what we can say is exactly the same as the previous one, events. When the green flag is clicked, we can go to our variables and we can say set score to 0. And now, when we run the game, look at the score, it's 0. And now it's at 1, so I'll stop the game, the score is at 1, press the green flag, it's at 0. So I can actually put code on the stage as well. So it doesn't have to be just on the paddle, the ball, or the bricks. And that way, that one line of code has been removed. So I've simplified my code a little bit. One less line. It's a bit smoother. Smoother? That's not the right word. Efficient is the better word. Anyway, you will the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed there's actually another variable here called lives. And that's primarily because I've made this video about 5 times now and I keep making mistakes and forgetting to put in the joke about my wife nagging me. Which she does. Lots. Luckily she's not here at the moment. She's out at some horse show with my children. That's why I can make videos and not get nagged. Anyway. It doesn't nag me, it's just a joke. She doesn't, she's very lovely. What we also want to do is when the game starts, so let's go back to the backdrop, we want to set the number of lives. We're going to set the number of lives to being 3. And you'll notice the score is there, but the lives are not up here. Tick the box. There they are. Lives 3, score 0. That makes sense. But of course, what we want to happen is every time the ball is missed, the lives go down. What we really want to happen is this. Let's imagine now. Oh, let's just put that. Actually, let's put that to start for a second. There we go. Let's imagine now the ball is down here and my paddle's over here. What I really want to happen is at that point for the game to say, right, your lives are down to 2, and then ball, go back to where you started from at the beginning of the game and pick a random direction and off you go again. But maybe I'll have that perhaps wait there just for the 1 second. So how do we do that? Well, to do it, what we need to do is we need to head back to the ball. And what we need to include is another if instruction, which we can get from in control. And I'm going to put that inside the forever loop. So the ball is basically doing a number of things. 1, it's moving. 2, it's detecting if there is an edge. 3, it's detecting if there is a paddle. Actually doing 5 things. 4, it's receiving messages that when it's been hit, it's going to point in a different direction. But we also need to say, if the... I'm going to get it right now. Hold on a minute. It's the y-axis. If the y value of the ball is down here, well, actually, what would the y value be? It's about minus 170. But basically, if it's, I don't know, about minus 170. If it's at minus 170, it's got to be lower than the paddle, because the paddle is at minus 160. So if the ball is down here, it must be around about minus 170. One thing is for sure, if it goes right down the bottom to the edge of the screen, that's certainly, it's about 180, but it's certainly less than minus 170. And it's really important I introduce you to less than, because I've been teaching IT and computing for 25 years now. I don't sound old enough. Do I look it? I've been quite fat. Less wrinkles. It's quite nice, really. Up to you. 51 now. Anyway, back to the game. So, I've forgotten what I was talking about. Yes, that's right. We need to show the less than sign. 25 years of teaching, and kids never know what the less than sign looks like. It's in operators. See, this is the greater than sign because, okay, 60 is greater than 50. The crocodile eats the bigger number. See, that's like a little crocodile mouth, isn't it? And 60 is bigger than 50, which means that this is the less than block. So what you're going to need to do is this. Your command is very simple. If the Y position of the ball is less than minus 170, then knock one off the lives, send the ball back to the beginning, point it in a random direction, and maybe make it wait 1 second. And then, you just go back into this loop again. See if you can make it work.